Victor, first of all, before we get to the contrarian trade of the bottom fishing, what prism are you looking at these tensions, if you will, in North Korea? On the Korean Peninsula.
Well, I think the market should get used to the trade that North Korea may have already had the full-blown capability of the nuclear power. The better they get used to it, the better. Because I think the situation is that it's difficult to get Kim to the negotiation table, because I think he has one-track mind to try to develop the nuclear capability, because I think his opinion is that until and unless he gets that capability, then Trump will treat him as the worthy adversary rather than new kid on block.
Okay, well, that brings us nicely to bottom fishing. What do you mean by bottom fishing? These are stocks presumably which have fallen back and you see value.
Yeah, because bottom fishing is that for this kind of situation is sort of a political noise. It will not affect the fundamental economic, say for example, the economic growth as well as the prospect of the markets, as well as the profitability of companies. So this kind of political noise can give investor an opportunity to do bottom fishing.
Right. So what are we talking about more specifically?
Well, I believe that if the market has dips, then we can buy into it. Like, for example, Tencent, some of the SOE reform stocks, as well as domestic consumption stocks in China.
Victor, there's been increasing voices, and to be fair, a lot of these commentaries sort of came through before the latest North Korean jitters, but saying that, volatility is inevitable in this kind of market, and so the likes of Ray Dalio saying you should be putting more money, 5 to 10% of your holdings in gold. We've got AMP, some of their, people there are saying 30% to be held in cash. Is that something that you subscribe to?
Well, I believe that if you really believe that it's, the war is looming or that kind of things, then you may try to invest into gold. But then I must say that game theory suggests that if the player actually knows the payoff are certain, then they will try to avoid it and then walk backward a few steps to try to reach an equilibrium strategies. So I think that the market is trying to get used to this kind of political noise, and until the market get to desensitize itself from the North Korean threats, the investor will come back into the market.